What up? So a lot has happened the past few days. I finally put a switch on for my radio. It's supposed to be a light switch, like a light at the top, but I didn't want that. Well, at night mostly, because it probably distract me. This will be like a red light right here when it's on, but basically I have a switch to turn my amp on and off for the music. So that was cool, wiring that. I actually had trouble wiring it because I didn't have like a supply of wire, so I kind of had to work with what I had. I had a bunch of speaker wire from just like speakers that I've trimmed because they were too long. Not like regular speaker wire, but from an actual speaker, like motorcycle speakers. So I trimmed like some wires off of that. So basically it's insulated. Inside that is two wires that are insulated. It's red and white, and then there's another wire which is like copper just inside there, but it's like an actual wire. So with that, I did it previously. I actually wired the amp with that to the actual power cord on the amp on the bike, and I didn't remember how I wired it. I thought I took like maybe so what I was doing right now, well, not right now, but when I was actually wiring the switch, I had to well, initially I wired the switch to the negative, well, the ground basically. I would put that into the switch and then output back into the amp, the power wire, and it worked fine. But the thing was, the amp was touching some metal parts on the bike, so it would just randomly turn the amp on. So then I figured I should probably wire it through the positive wire, and I didn't know how exactly I wired via the speaker wires. I thought that I maybe did the positive wire as red and then the negative one is white. So I did that. I try to touch the wires together, and it sparks and does crazy shit, like fries the wires. I did that multiple times. I'm just thinking, is it the wire that I'm using right now or what? So I used the red for the positive and the white for the negative, and then I just snipped the copper wire. But it turns out, like, I was messing with this for like probably 2 hours just trying to get the stupid switch to work on the positive terminal. This took all day basically, and it wasn't even meant to. I was just trying to rewire. Basically, I already had the switch on, but through the negative terminal, and I was just trying to wire it through the positive terminal because the amp was actually touching. I think it was like sometimes touching my radiator, like the middle part. Not the hot part, but just like the very bottom. So this process shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but in the end I found that I do remember doing it too now, but I actually had the positive wire from the battery wound up to actually both wires, the white and the red wires. Because I did that because you want to have the positive wires insulated, and I did the copper wire that was just kind of in there, I did that as the negative. So I didn't know that, and I'm glad I didn't like wind it up or anything. So I was basically like shorting it. I'm glad nothing got messed up or anything. But so finally I got the stupid thing to work. I got it all wired correctly, and long story short, I got the switch wired on the amp through positive terminal. So that's good. And that same day, my initial project was installing the light kit. What is this guy doing? Were they opening? They were opening beers in the car, I think. Anyway, so my initial project was to install the light kit on my bike, on this bike, not my bike, and then surprise Janeane, just tell her later on. But also, I was gonna repaint the side pieces that cracked. I took them off when I was taking some stuff off, and I didn't pull it off right. It kind of cracked the pieces. I actually cracked both sides. So I was actually repairing that right now. Dude. Damn it. Forgot my freaking backpack. I'm like trying to rig this stupid bag onto my... so it'll fall off. So I was repairing those side pieces that I messed up when I cracked. I did that actually a long time ago, but I've just never really gotten to fixing it yet. So I finally got to that tonight, and so I was painting. Well, I fiberglassed them both, the back part mostly, and then I just put some JB weld in the front. I tried to smooth it out a little bit. I used a heat gun to, well, pretty low setting to just try to help cure it quicker, because I didn't want to wait 24 hours. I did that actually last night. Wait, was it last night? Yeah, I think it was like midnight. So I didn't want to wait 24 hours, and I thought that if I used the heat gun, then I could quicken it. The hell, freaking oil. There was a freaking oil puddle at that light. I don't know if it was really visible on the camera, but I kind of jumped a little bit. If I would have full on accelerated, I would have slipped. That would suck, and then I have to redo even more side pieces. But so I was doing that yesterday. It actually was pretty dry, and then I sanded it today. Right now I was in the process of painting it, and I actually had it all done, and to quicken that, I was just going to do the clear coat right away. I actually finished one piece, and I was just about done with this last piece, and I freaking dropped it while I was doing the last coat, very last coat. I freaking dropped it. I dropped it, and then it got on my fingers. It ended up being a whole mess. There was like mountains in the freaking paint. It looked like I have to redo it. So I went to Walmart right now and got some turpentine. Well, I asked the guy, I've never really removed paint before, so I asked him what I would use to remove paint. He said, well, initially he said paint thinner, and I told him it was for like some bike fairings. Well, at first I told him it was for some plastic, and he said we probably shouldn't use that because it'll probably eat at the plastic. And then I just told him that it's for bike fairings, and it's pretty thick. I mean, it's not too thin, but he said to stick with some turpentine, I don't know, however you say it. I think you could say it both ways, but so I got that, and he said that I should rub it on there and kind of rub it with a rag or something. I don't really know. But now that I'm thinking about it, if it's messy, at first I tried Goof Off, and it somewhat worked, but not really. So if it's like that, then I'm probably just going to use the heat gun maybe and try to help it dry maybe, and then I'm really not sure. It's kind of I'm trying to get this done right now, like so that it'll be done in 24 hours, because I don't like having the bike like naked. Well, not completely naked, but like missing the side piece. It's basically, it connects to the tank, so without it, you see like these rubber grommets, and it's really ugly. So I was basically done. I'm kind of pissed off right now. Oh shit, damn it. I got my stupid hazard stuck. Damn it, today is not my day. I gotta grease that too. It's just little things I gotta do. The button gets stuck if I push it in, and then there's like a special way to get it unstuck. It's just a pain in the ass. So I was just done with that, and now I'm just irritated. I was all excited. It looked nice. It looked perfect, and I gotta repaint it. I gotta repaint it, then recoat it. That's gonna be a lot of paint, because I usually put like 4 or 5 coats, and then 4 or 5 coats of, usually 4 coats. Well, yeah, about 5 coats of clear coat, the enamel, So that's gonna be a lot of paint. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. What is this guy doing? That guy has to be drunk or high. He was going slow as hell and no lights on. So, oh yeah, and another thing, I got the lights installed on this finally. That's what I was doing when I was resetting the positive wire to the switch for the amp. So I can change it to like, I put on I goofed up sort of a little bit. So, on the wiring, I don't know where, but somehow I got green and red mixed up. So basically there's, I guess, the positive, or I don't know if the positive goes into the colors. Basically there's a black wire, and then there's red, green, and blue. Somehow on the remote, when I push red, it turns to green, and then when I push green, it turns to red. Somehow I messed up somewhere in there, I don't know. I don't really know what I did wrong. I mean, I'm still about 100% certain that I did it correct. And I don't exactly know how that happened. But anyway, I did use some of that speaker wire again, so I don't know. I'm not even gonna mess with it. I don't really care. As long as it all works. I don't really care if the color's on the wrong side, whatever. All of the colors work, it's just on the remote, the red is switched with the green. But anyway, so I installed that same night. That was actually supposed to be my only project. Well, and then the rewiring the switch, but I didn't think the switch would take that long. That actually took a few hours just due to that mishap. So then I got the lights installed. That was about maybe 11 p.m. yesterday, I think. It was yesterday, I don't know. And so that's when I took off the side pieces that were cracked. I thought I might as well just do that. Is this cop gonna do something? There's a cop on a bike. I saw him braking. I thought because I know out here in small towns they get all butthurt about light kits. But like I was saying, I have a light kit installed right now, and I showed Janeane, like I was gonna surprise her, but so I was like, well, we were outside the store, and I was like, look, what is that? And then she's like, what? She didn't even notice it, and then I was like, look. And then finally I'm like, the lights. She's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, what the hell? I spent all night doing that. Oh, I forgot to set this to, I had the camera set to all close up. I did the anti-shake mode. Oh yeah, does it look weird with this? It looks nude. Hey, dang.
Ready to go.
Look.
What?
You don't see it? You don't see it?
No.
Why not?
All the LEDs?
You don't even care.
No, I did see it.
No? You don't even care. I took all night doing that.
You told me about it though.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did. I already knew it.
No.
Yes.
When?
Because you told me.
I didn't tell you.
Yeah, you did.
I said I was going to do it, but I didn't.
No, you said you didn't.
No.
It was better green.
You're mean. But it's missing the side panels. The only thing is, for some reason, I got the red and green mixed up. I wired it correctly. Well, I guess I didn't, but I thought I did. But look, I push green, it goes to red. That's you. And then you push red, and it goes to green. So I'm not really sure. Like that.
Purple.
That is purple.
Yeah. That's purple.
Or blue.
No.
You're mean. I was doing that all day.
Where's your color on the bike?
No, I was doing this all day, and then you didn't even care. I did this all yesterday.
I don't think I didn't care. What do you have in the pocket?
Nothing.
Thank you.
You weren't even surprised.
I thought they were already on there.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you not want them?
No, I do. Did you not want them? Because I could take them out.
Yeah, I'll take them out. I'll burn them.
I'll burn yours.
I only told Jeremy and Janeane. I was gonna surprise you, but I didn't know you already knew. What the hell? The guy behind us has got his freaking brights on and shit. I guess he doesn't like our lights. I'm like blinded right now. He doesn't like purple. Damn. That dude too. I couldn't see shit. I could've went. Oh, now I can go. That dude right there. What the hell? Freaking seeing green dots now.